The timeless secret of looking younger than your age. Introduction, the mystery of agelessness. Have you ever received a compliment from someone telling you that you look younger than your age? Perhaps you smiled, thinking it was nothing more than a polite remark. Yet behind those words lies a fascinating question: why is it that some people radiate youth far beyond their years? Why do certain faces glow with a freshness that no cream or treatment can reproduce? And why do we sometimes feel, simply by standing next to someone, that they are lighter, brighter, more timeless than the age written on their documents? Throughout history, humanity has searched endlessly for the secret to youth. Ancient myths spoke of fountains of immortality. Alchemists dreamed of elixirs of life. And today entire industries thrive on the promise of slowing time. Yet the true secret, as many wise traditions remind us, is not found outside. It lies within. Looking young is not merely the product of skincare or lucky genetics, it is the outward reflection of an inner state of harmony, purity, and energy. Youth, in this deeper sense, is not about denying age. It is about walking with age gracefully. It is about letting every year polish rather than erode you. And this inner glow manifests physically. The sparkle in the eyes, the softness in a smile, the calm in a gesture, these are all signs of a soul aligned with itself and with the universe. When you radiate such qualities, others see you as younger not because time has spared you, but because your spirit illuminates you from within. In this journey, we will explore 8 spiritual reasons why some people seem untouched by time. Each reason is not only an explanation but also an invitation. As you reflect on them, ask yourself, which of these qualities already lives in me? Which can I nurture more deeply? And how might I let my essence shine so brightly that my age becomes irrelevant, while my presence becomes eternal? Reason 1, the wisdom of an old soul. To look younger than your age. Paradoxically, you may need to be very old, not in body, but in soul. Old souls carry within them experiences that seem to span lifetimes. They radiate depth, patience, and understanding. Unlike many who are consumed by the noise of daily life, old souls live with an inner tranquility. They know that anger burns the heart, resentment poisons the mind, and fear ages the body. And so they choose, again and again, the path of calm acceptance. Imagine 2 people of the same age. One reacts with impatience to every delay, frustration to every obstacle, stress to every demand. The other, though facing the same difficulties, responds with balance. They breathe, they wait, they understand. Years later, their faces tell 2 different stories. The first is etched with lines of tension. The second shines with serenity. This is the power of an old soul. Wisdom itself becomes a shield against aging. Old souls often feel out of place in the modern rush. They may prefer quiet conversations to noisy parties, meaningful reflections to shallow entertainments. This does not make them dull, it makes them timeless. Their energy vibrates at a frequency beyond fear, beyond vanity. And in that space, the body follows the soul's lead, remaining light, unburdened, radiant. So perhaps when someone tells you, you look young, they are sensing not only your skin but your spirit, the depth of your timeless wisdom shining through. Reason 2, connection with natural and mystical energies. Some people remain youthful because they are deeply connected to the natural and mystical forces of life. They walk into a forest and feel at home. They sit by the sea and breathe as though the waves themselves are filling their lungs. They gaze at the stars and sense not loneliness but belonging. This connection nourishes them in ways that no material food can. Science tells us that nature reduces stress and restores balance. Spiritual traditions go further. They say nature heals the soul. Those who cultivate this connection carry less tension. Their bodies respond with vitality. Their faces glow with calm. When you align yourself with the rhythms of the earth, your own rhythms, heartbeat, breath, thoughts, find harmony. And harmony is the true cosmetics of the spirit. Mystical energy is no less important. Those sensitive to the unseen vibrations of life learn to avoid toxic situations and harmful influences. Their intuition guides them toward what uplifts, away from what destroys. This constant alignment keeps their spirit light, and their appearance reflects it. Looking young, then, is not just about what you eat or how you exercise. It is about what you allow your soul to absorb. Reason 3, the power of empathy. Empaths, those who feel the emotions of others as if they were their own, often appear younger. Why? Because empathy, when balanced, cleanses the heart. Instead of holding on to bitterness, empaths transform pain into compassion. This process purifies them. They release emotional toxins that might otherwise weigh them down. Think of the difference between a heart hardened by resentment and a heart softened by compassion. The hardened heart beats heavy, its burden visible in the eyes and posture. The compassionate heart beats light, its purity visible in the smile and glow of the skin. Empathy is not weakness, it is resilience in its most beautiful form. And this resilience keeps the spirit, and the body, youthful. Of course, empathy must be balanced. Without boundaries, it can exhaust. But when an empath learns to transform rather than absorb negativity, they shine with a purity that is almost childlike. Their very presence feels fresh, like a spring morning. And when others tell them they look young, what they are really perceiving is the radiance of a soul free from heaviness. Reason 4, inner wisdom and serenity. Those who look young often live with a calmness that protects them from the erosion of stress. Inner wisdom is not about having all the answers, it is about understanding that every experience has meaning. Such people do not panic at hardship. They breathe. They reflect. They learn. And this serenity becomes visible. Picture someone who, in the face of crisis, chooses peace instead of panic. Over time, their nervous system remains balanced. Their body avoids chronic stress. And their appearance stays youthful. Contrast this with someone constantly consumed by anxiety. Their body ages faster. Their face hardens. The difference is clear. Inner wisdom also grants perspective. A wrinkle becomes not a flaw but a story. A challenge becomes not a punishment but a teacher. This acceptance creates lightness. And lightness, visible in the sparkle of the eyes and the relaxation of the muscles, is indistinguishable from youth itself. Reason 5, the transformative force of kindness. Kindness is medicine for the soul. And it shows on the face. People who choose compassion over cruelty, forgiveness over revenge, radiate a vitality that no external treatment can replicate. Science confirms this. Acts of kindness release chemicals that promote health and reduce stress. Spiritually, the truth runs deeper. A compassionate heart cannot age the way a bitter one does. Consider the gentle smile of someone who forgives quickly, who welcomes others warmly, who lives without hatred. Their energy flows freely, unblocked by resentment. Their eyes sparkle with warmth. Their skin glows with serenity. They may carry wrinkles, but those wrinkles shine with beauty. Kindness keeps the spirit young. And the spirit, in turn, keeps the body luminous. Reason 6, adaptability, flowing with life. Adaptability is a precious gift for staying young. Life is full of change, and those who resist it accumulate stress. But those who flow, like water around rocks, remain fresh. They bend without breaking. They welcome transformation rather than fear it. This flexibility prevents the body from hardening, the mind from calcifying, the heart from closing. Every change is a test. Do we resist, or do we adapt? Those who adapt preserve their energy. They do not carry the heavy baggage of regret or fear. They remain open. And openness is youthful. It shows in the way they smile easily, laugh quickly, move lightly. Their very presence communicates resilience and vitality. To be adaptable is to say yes to life, even when it does not follow our plans. And this yes, repeated again and again, becomes a rhythm of joy that slows the hands of time. Reason 7, the optimistic spirit. Optimism is more than a personality trait, it is a spiritual practice. Those who choose hope, who look for the light in every shadow, radiate an energy that is unmistakably youthful. Joy renews. Laughter heals. Positivity transforms. A pessimist carries the weight of what could go wrong. An optimist carries the light of what might go right. That light shines through their eyes, their gestures, their aura. Optimists are not naive, they are resilient. They refuse to let despair write their story. And in this refusal, they preserve both their spirit and their appearance. Think of the people you know who always seem cheerful. Not in a superficial way but in a genuine, grounded way. Do they not seem younger than their years? Their joy acts as a daily elixir, refreshing their bodies and minds. Optimism, then, is not only pleasant, it is ageless. Reason 8, the energy of the chosen one. Some people radiate youth because they live with purpose. They feel chosen, not in an arrogant sense, but in a deeply humble recognition that their life has meaning. They may be healers, teachers, inspirers, or simply souls who bring comfort to those around them. This mission keeps them aligned. And alignment keeps them radiant. When you know why you are here, you walk with clarity. Stress reduces. Confusion fades. Energy flows. And the body responds. Those who live with purpose often appear ageless. Their very presence uplifts. People remember not their wrinkles but their light. They carry themselves as though guarded by eternity. And in many ways, they are. Conclusion: youth as a reflection of spirit. Looking younger than your age is not only a matter of genetics, luck, or skincare. It is the visible expression of an evolved spirit. Each of the 8 reasons, the wisdom of an old soul, the bond with nature, the gift of empathy, the calm of inner wisdom, the radiance of kindness, the flexibility of adaptability, the brightness of optimism, and the purpose of the chosen, is a doorway into timelessness. So the question is not how do I look young? But how do I live young? How do I cultivate serenity, compassion, adaptability, joy, and purpose? How do I align my soul with the eternal forces of life? When you live these questions, youth becomes not something you chase but something you emanate. The next time someone tells you that you look younger than your age, smile, not because of vanity, but because you know the truth. They are not only seeing your appearance, they are sensing your essence. And essence is eternal. In the end, youth is not measured in years but in spirit. And when your spirit is light, loving, and aligned, time itself becomes your ally, not your enemy. That is the timeless secret. That is the true fountain of youth.